I used to always say this that, a lot of coaches, you hear them make a great speech or they have a great sign on the wall or they give you a sweatshirt or a t shirt with words on it. And they're always talking about certain things. But ultimately, the people you choose to be with you are the ones that reflect what your team is all about. You can say we're going to be smart and tough, but if you draft guys who aren't smart and aren't tough and don't represent the things you want, the players look at you like, coach, you're saying this, but really you believe this because you drafted this guy with a first round pick or you paid him all this money and he doesn't represent anything you're talking about. It's hard for me to think that during that process, when you're evaluating quarterbacks in 2018, that you didn't think that quarterback from Wyoming reflected everything that you were trying to bring to Buffalo.
Well, you're right. There's nothing worse, I believe, from a leadership standpoint than a leader who has all these slogans but no follow through, right? I mean, you talk about buy-in. You're not going to get buy-in, or you're not going to get it for very long if you're not following up on some of these
Sure.
things you're preaching. Now, we didn't have a lot of slogans for that reason in Buffalo, but the ones we had, we were going to make sure we followed through on. And to your point on Josh, I remember going through the vetting process that year leading into the draft. One of my boxes was the fit to Buffalo. And without a question, it was like, yeah, check, if 10 is the highest, it was a 10. If 5 was the highest on the scale, it was a 5. It worked out. But it also takes a person and a player like Josh to come in and execute, not only as a player, but also as a person, right? In the community, and to invest themselves and their time and make an impact in the community like he did and has, for it to work. And so for that, I applaud him.